guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Zuzile Dagane. If it is your first time here, welcome darling, welcome king, welcome queen. Remember to press the like button. If you haven't subscribed, trust me, you will want to do that. So let's just make it a point right now. Stop the video right now and do the right thing. Subscribe and definitely like and share. To those of you who have been my day ones, who have been part of the family, thank you so much and welcome to the Z Sublime channel. Now today is obviously Valentine's Day. For those of you who celebrate Valentine's, happy Valentine's. For those of you who have, I don't even know how to put it, but for those of you who would like to celebrate Valentine's but feel like they've not received any message or had anybody say anything nice or say to them, darling, from me to you, happy Valentine's. From me to you with love. Anyway, let's get on to today's topic. Today's video is definitely inspired by love, inspired by the fact that today is Valentine's. Now I've seen so many bouquets of flowers, social media, in the office. Everywhere. Seen them everywhere. Which brought me to this thought. How is it that so many women actually do have lasting relationships, actually do have a partner? And I thought of myself as well that, you know what, in my last video I spoke about femininity, which brought me to now really think that what is the role that femininity actually plays within a relationship? What impact does femininity have in the relationship or in a relationship? It depends on how you would like to term it. Now obviously I am referring to a relationship between the opposite sexes, a male and a female. I do not have any knowledge of relationships within the same sex, so if you feel that maybe you are in those kind of relationships and you feel that what I might say makes sense, please comment down below. Feel comfortable to leave a comment. All right, now having said that, let's get right into it. All right, so femininity in a relationship. I feel that, recapping from our last video, a feminine woman is obviously someone who has identified herself. She knows her value, she knows her worth, she knows what she deserves, and she has definitely taken time within herself to find parts of herself that she loves. Excuse me. You can only love when you have understood what love feels like for yourself, how you should love somebody else because you are doing it to yourself. You cannot do something you have not done for yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. Or rather, let me put it this way. It will only make sense to love someone. You will only understand how to love someone. You will only know what to do to someone to show them that you love them because you have done it firstly with yourself, to yourself. Okay, so this is a woman who understands that giving off love is an act that lets a person know or makes a person feel good, makes them feel valued. But also that kind of woman will find it easy rather to love because she has also sat down with herself, looked at her values and her worth, and really taken everything in to say, how is it that I was able to see myself and find my value and see my worth, and then generally look at everything that I deserve? Definitely there's credit that should go to someone or to something. Now, this is when she then understands herself spiritually or religiously. That type of woman is definitely deeply rooted in her God, or in her religion, or in her spirituality. Therefore, if she's a Christian, I know some people might not be Christians, but once she has identified herself within her spirituality or in spirituality, it is then easy for her to love. So that is the kind of role that the feminine woman plays within a relationship. She then brings in that element in the relationship, that spiritual element, that religious element, that godly element in the relationship. And then she identifies that this relationship cannot sustain itself if there is no love. But also, how is there going to be love? There has to be love because God has to be in it. Okay, so I find that to be very beautiful, because a feminine woman is strong in her femininity, but also understands that her beauty progresses or escalates or transcends all the time to higher and higher levels only once she has identified herself within her godly spheres, within her spiritual spheres. And she's then easy I mean she is then easily attractive to men who will then see the God in her, because that type of woman is definitely different. Men today want a woman who has some kind of ground within her spirituality or some kind of ground within her religion, and definitely has a strong bond within God. So that kind of relationship already has a good foundation in terms of it being sustainable, because she's not putting in the work. Remember what I said in the last video, or maybe if I can reiterate the fact that a feminine woman does not force things. She is soft. She lets things flow. She lets things go. So when she's effortlessly just being herself in her feminine era, in her feminine, spirit, or energy rather, God is handling all of that for her. Everything just moves slowly because she is enlightened spiritually. She is enlightened by the Holy Spirit all the time. She is enlightened by God on how to better treat her partner and how and what to say to her partner, because this can go really, really deep in terms of the spiritual aspect of of femininity. But it becomes so easy because everything just flows effortlessly, because she's not doing it of her own. She is really doing it from a greater power that lies within her. Okay, and definitely, sure, when a man can find that a woman is deeply rooted in God, that relationship is already sustainable. He even finds himself more attractive to her and finds herself easily loving her, because the only thing she oozes is love, grace, peace, kindness, joy. The fruits of the spirits, they just come pouring out of her all the time. Now that makes it also, that brings me then to the second part of what femininity does in a relationship. We are living in an era where men believe that they are the prize. I don't mean to make this sound low or whatever, but everybody is a prize, okay? Once you've identified who you are, never mind masculine or feminine energy, but once you've identified who you are, you definitely are the prize, because you know who you are, you know your value, you know your worth, you know everything about yourself, that is important, that is needed for you to know. So anybody who gets you better recognize. However, there seems to be some sort of gender role swap or gender, I don't know, this mismatch, wishy-wishy. I don't know what we can call it, but there's something that has gone wrong within the dating element, in the sense that men find themselves now to be more of the prize, whereas if we look at it, the man is supposed to be the man in the relationship. Okay, the woman is supposed to be the woman. Plainly put, the man should be the provider, the woman should be the assistant. In terms of, if a woman meets a man that has direction, that has a plan, that has a vision, that has a goal, he should find a woman that is going to help him achieve that. Okay, just because he is maybe established in life or whatever the case is, does not make him the prize to the woman, because there's only so much that a man can do on his own up until he finds a suitable helper that will complement him towards his goal. Remember, just like the saying goes in isiZulu, if I can phrase it this way, umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. There's nothing that you can do for yourself, of yourself only. You need other people, you need support. It's the same principle even in a relationship. When a man finds a good woman, a feminine woman who understands herself, femininity then subjects you to be submissive. But femininity can only allow you to be submissive to a man, or yes, to a man who has authority. And by authority, I don't mean someone who is forceful or you know what I mean. It's not what we grew up having authority being portrayed by our fathers. You understand? Authority in the sense that he stands his ground in his masculine energy. You know, he tames you in a way that allows you to be soft, that allows you to be comfortable within your feminine energy. Now, you cannot be a feminine woman. Once you find yourself as a feminine woman who has so much feminine energy in her, once you find yourself in a state where you have to overcompensate or do too much or work hard or take on things way above you, that is not your match. That is not your match. That is not the kind of person that you should be in, because the two should come together and merge. The two should make it easy for the two energies to coincide together or to be, in harmony together. All right. So femininity makes it easy for women to submit, which then is interpreted as respect and love to the man. And that also plays a very, very huge part, especially in this day and age, guys. I don't want to lie. In this day and age, men know what they want. Men know what they want because they have dated many women and gotten hits in the back, like in the yes, and have gotten hurts, and they're literally at a point that they do not want to just be with any kind of woman. Now, there are very few women who still portray that that quality. Yes, there are very few women that portray that quality, and I think we have lost it as women, how it is so important to be submissive. Now, submissive doesn't mean that you don't have a voice. Submissive means that you are allowing him to lead, you allow him to reign in his masculinity, not to take advantage, not to manipulate you. No, because why? A feminine woman has a mind. She thinks, she consults with her God, she knows her value, she knows her, she is well aware. So she cannot be just pulled by the nose and just take it for granted. She will not automatically allow herself to be treated that way, okay? Because she herself does not treat herself that way. Therefore, that's the kind of energy that already she is going to exude to her partner. And her partner, if he is a high value man, if he is a man who really has recognized himself, who knows himself, who is well within his manhood and his role as a man, he will never ask for anything less than that, because he will come as someone who is already going to match exactly what it is that you want and make it comfortable for you to still be who you are, and things just work and they flow. They work and they flow. And I think that's just the beauty of it. Once you have spirituality in the relationship, femininity and submission, it's such a beautiful atmosphere. It's such a beautiful atmosphere. And if you look at most relationships, if you look at your relationship, does your relationship have that? Then that will indicate how far it is that you've gone within yourself as a woman. A feminine woman does not answer everything. A feminine woman understands peace. She wants peace because she is peace. Everything around her is peaceful. So her femininity does not allow her to respond to anger, does not allow her to sit in a hostile environment where arguments have happened between her and her partner. She just sits there and sulks. No, she wakes up and she clears the air. She creates understanding. She creates a good, a good home. She creates good energy for herself, and she creates this relationship, or she clears whatever tension that there is, because she herself is peace, and therefore everything that is aligned to her or attached to her has to carry that peace, has to have that peace. And it is for that reason why I am so for femininity, and I really wish that we could really just go deeper as women into femininity, because it saves you a lot. It just saves you a lot of things that you should not even be partaking in, right? And I think maybe so that this does not become a long vlog, and that I have something to share in the next video, I think also another thing is that a feminine woman is different. She is pleasing to her partner, and she's one who has so much confidence in herself. And because she has confidence in herself, she has confidence that everything that she is part of will be successful. And that's a good quality to have, especially in a relationship, because what your confidence will then portray to your partner is that you have so much confidence. Even if you have confidence so much in yourself, you have confidence that you can play your role in his life thoroughly, 100% long term, and that then makes you the perfect woman for him to have a future with. Because one thing that men are afraid of, even though they will not say, they are afraid of rejection. As much as everybody is afraid of rejection, I really do feel, and I've seen, and I think I've read as well, that rejection is one of the things that men fear the most. And as long as, your demeanor, your lack of confidence, or actually, let me rephrase that. So long as you're a confident person, and a confident person, everything that you do and in yourself as a woman, that tells him that definitely, even in the relationship that you have put yourself in with him, you are confident in its durability, in its sustainability, and you're confident that you guys will definitely go long term, and that's what everybody wants. Everybody, I think we're living in a time where we're just tired of fake relationships. We're tired of things that start and end very quickly. We are tired of situationships. We are tired of having our hearts broken. But if we women stepped up into our femininity, and we really delivered into our femininity without expecting the other person to give us our roses or to clap for us or whatever, just to simply do it for yourself, we would be progressing in a lot of spheres in our life. We would have everything that we want. And so this is me saying, feminine women definitely will have successful relationships, definitely are successful in their relationships. We cannot control circumstances that lead to breakups and everything else. But one thing I know for sure is that feminine women are successful in everything that they do. So if you're a feminine woman, if you aspire to be a feminine woman, these are all the things that you definitely need to take in and consider. You need to consider your spirituality. You need to consider your submissiveness, or being submissive rather. You need to consider your confidence. and you need to consider yourself as a whole. You know, you just need to consider yourself as a feminine woman and the role that you play in the relationship. um, I can only say so much, but I hope that this has shed some light and has really opened up some minds. And this is to love. This is to love, as it is Valentine's Day. I'm even wearing flowers, red flowers. But Tong, you know, I came onto the screen very prepared, very prepared. So here is to feminine women, here is to love, here is to successful relationship, here is to men and women who know their roles, but most of all, here's to femininity in the year of 2023. Thank you for watching, my loves. I will definitely see you next time. Remember to like the video and share. Bye.